Welcome to the Explainer. I'm so glad you're here. Today we're doing something really cool. We are building the ultimate master complete algebra formula sheet PDF. Literally all the identities and rules on one page.
I mean, ever wish you had all of algebra on a single page? Because if you've ever found yourself totally stressed out, just staring at a chaotic jumble of notes right before a test, you're definitely not alone. We're going to streamline all that studying, drop that math anxiety, and consolidate those scattered notes into one logical, super efficient toolbox.
All right, so here's our roadmap for this explainer. We're going to quickly cover 1. Decoding the number system. 2. Core algebraic identities. 3. Polynomials and factoring. 4. Exponents, radicals, and logs. 5. Mastering inequalities. And finally, 6. Avoiding common math errors. Okay, kicking things off with Section 1, decoding the number system, building the foundation. This is the absolute groundwork for everything we're about to do.
And this graphic is just perfect. It shows the hierarchy of numbers exactly like concentric circles. You can see how the natural numbers, your basic 1, 2, 3 counting numbers, sit right inside the whole numbers. And then those are nested inside the integers, which fit perfectly into the rational numbers. It's kind of like a wonderfully organized set of mathematical Russian nesting dolls.
Now, you can actually spot a rational number super quickly without even doing any division. If a decimal terminates, like 9 over 5 equaling 1.8, or if it just repeats endlessly, like 1 over 3 giving you 0.333 forever, it's rational. Basically, it's anything formatted as P over Q as long as Q isn't 0. Oh, and a quick tip, every integer is automatically a rational number too, because you can just write it over a denominator of 1.
Moving right along to Section 2, Core Algebraic Identities, the building blocks.
Now, instead of looking at these as boring formulas that just memorize, I want you to think of them as your essential, time-saving shortcuts. Getting the expansions for the square of a sum, the square of a difference, and the difference of squares all in one centralized spot lets us really see the overarching patterns.
Because recognizing these 3 specific patterns, that is going to save you from so much tedious, step-by-step binomial multiplication when you're under pressure in an exam. Notice how the square of a sum gives you that positive middle term, a squared plus 2ab plus b squared, and then the square of a difference is exactly the same thing, just with a minus sign on that middle term. Easy, right?
All right, on to Section 3, polynomials and factoring, breaking it down. This right here is honestly one of my absolute favorite shortcuts, the remainder theorem in action. It basically says that if a polynomial, let's call it p of x, is divided by the linear factor x minus a, the remainder is just the polynomial evaluated at a. So calculating p of a gives you the exact remainder, and you completely bypass the total torture of long division. Which naturally leads us right into the factor theorem. You can think of this as your ultimate algebraic detective tool. If p of a equals 0, well then you know definitively that x minus a is a perfect factor of that polynomial. It's an absolute lifesaver for hunting down the exact roots of really complex equations.
Time for Section 4, exponents, radicals, and logs, the power tools.
This is where we unlock the heavy machinery. Grouping these rules together makes the underlying logic just pop. Exponents and radicals, they act the exact same way. The zero power rule tells us anything except 0 to the power of 0 is 1. A negative exponent just flips the number right into a denominator. And, maybe the most elegant part, a fractional exponent is really just a radical in disguise. The denominator of the fraction simply becomes your root.
Now, take a look at the connection between these handwritten logarithm rules, which, honestly, I like to call the cheat codes for exponents, and how they visually behave when graphed as inequalities. An increasing logarithmic function behaves completely differently from a decreasing one, as you can clearly see here. So the real magic here is that logarithms allow you to deliberately downgrade complex math into something way simpler. Multiplication inside a log breaks apart into basic addition. Division downgrades to subtraction, and an exponent inside a log, you just pull that right to the front as simple multiplication. Let's jump into Section 5, Mastering Inequalities, finding the balance.
Here, standard equation rules apply, but with a few critical twists. The method of intervals is your foolproof step-by-step checklist. You just make one side 0, factorize, find your x values, plot them on a number line, and alternate your positive and negative signs. It perfectly structures a process that, let's be honest, usually feels like pure guesswork.
But wait,
Right here is the absolute golden rule of inequalities. You've got to remember this. If you multiply or divide both sides by a negative number, the sign of the inequality must be reversed. Literally, forgetting to flip that alligator mouth is hands down the #1 reason students lose points on these exams.
Okay, final part. Section 6. Avoiding common math errors. What not to do.
Let's look at some really common blunders so you don't make them. Beware the trap of lazily distributing an exponent across a sum. X plus a squared is not just x squared plus a squared. Always remember that middle 2ax term from the core identities we talked about earlier.
And here's another classic, illegal canceling. You cannot split denominators. If you try to split a denominator incorrectly, you can literally mathematically manipulate 1/2 to look like it equals 2, which is, totally absurd. Also, just a quick reminder, division by 0 is strictly undefined. It completely breaks the rules of the game. So, wrapping this explainer up, let's review our ultimate toolbox takeaways. Numbers nest logically. Identities are your calculation shortcuts. Logs are your cheat codes for exponents. Always flip the inequality sign for negatives, and never illegally split denominators. See? This isn't just a scattered mess. It is a beautifully organized toolkit. I absolutely love this thought from William Paul Thurston. He essentially says that true algebraic mastery doesn't come from blindly memorizing a massive PDF of formulas. It comes from understanding the logic, really seeing how all these distinct rules, from rational numbers to log properties, just balance the equation perfectly. So I'll leave you with this final thought. Which of these algebra cheat codes are you going to pull from your toolbox to conquer your very next math problem? Thanks so much for hanging out with me on this explainer. Keep these strategies handy, embrace the logic, and we'll catch you next time.